Good morning. Thank you. I see a few iPhones out there. Thank you. Our teams work so incredibly hard to make all of our products accessible to everyone. We're launching a new accessibility website. We believe that technology should be accessible to everyone. So as you can tell, it's been a pretty busy week around here, but we have more to announce today. And I'd like to start with Apple TV. With Apple TV, we want the experience on your television to be as great as the experience across your Apple devices. We believe the future of TV is apps. And in just a year, we now have 8,000 apps and over 2,000 games. And there's a very popular one coming before the end of the year. That is Minecraft. And in fact, we now have over 1,600 apps from video content providers for you to enjoy. You can watch live and on-demand news. You can even watch live sports. In fact, there's a new category of apps emerging that combine the power of Apple TV to make watching video more interesting, interactive, and social. I'd like to invite Ryan Troy from Twitter to show us what we're talking about. Ryan?
Today we're going to show the future of video made possible by Twitter on Apple TV. Fans love watching their favorite live sports on the largest screen in the house. With a simple swipe, we can bring that conversation in to make viewing more entertaining with tweets from athletes and more insightful with stats from journalists. In addition to NFL Thursday Night Football, Twitter is very excited to offer free premium sports content from the NHL and NBA, news from Bloomberg, and election night coverage from BuzzFeed. We're merging live video, social, sports, and news in an interactive format not possible before Twitter on Apple TV.
We want Apple TV to be the one place to access all of your television. So today, we're announcing a new app, and we simply call it TV. It will completely change how you watch TV with your Apple TV, as well as your iPhone and iPad.
The new TV app is the first place I go when I turn on my Apple TV. It brings the shows and movies from all my video apps all into one place. So I start off in Watch Now, where the focus is on Up Next. When I want to discover something new, I just swipe down. So let's switch to my iPad. So here's the new TV app. It has everything that was in the previous videos app right here in my library. Now, of course, Siri works great with the TV app. For shows that I'm watching, I can just say, play Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay, here's Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I'd like to talk about another important category, and that's live. And today, Siri is making it easier than ever to watch the live content that you want. So now I can say things like, watch CBS News.
Crowning two masterpieces by
Siri tunes in straight to what's live on CBS. So with Siri Live Tune In and the unified experience of the new TV app, Apple TV is the best place to watch TV shows, movies, sports, and more. Thanks so much.
We're going to make the TV app available for free with a software update for tvOS and iOS beginning in the United States by the end of this year. Next thing we'd like to talk about is something dear to all of us at Apple, and that is the Mac. The Mac is more than a product to us. We continue to push the Mac experience forward with macOS. We launched the best version yet, macOS Sierra. You may not realize it, but this week happens to be the 25th anniversary of our first notebook. For 25 years, we've been defining and redefining what a notebook is and what a notebook can do. And today, we're going to do it again. This is the new MacBook Pro, and it is absolutely incredible.
It has a whole new design. It is metal on all sides. It comes in a 13-inch and 15-inch sizes, in silver and space gray, and it is simply the thinnest and lightest MacBook Pro we have ever made. But here's the new 13-inch MacBook Pro. Yes, it is just 14.9 millimeters thin. That's 17% thinner than the previous generation. And it's smaller too, 23% smaller in volume, almost a quarter less. That's a huge difference. And it weighs less too. It weighs just 3 pounds, almost a half a pound less than the previous version. Here's the new 15-inch Pro next to it, 15.5 millimeters thin. That's 14% thinner, and it is smaller as well, 20% smaller in volume than the previous one, 1/5 less, and it weighs just 4 pounds, again a half a pound less. Everything is all new. There's a new trackpad, a Force Touch trackpad. It is twice as big as the trackpad in the previous generation. A lot more room for your gestures. Now this is only possible because of the Force Touch technology. In order to have a great click feel, if it was a mechanical click mechanism, it would not be possible. This is really state of the art and the best trackpad we've ever made. The keyboard is all new as well. It uses the butterfly switch mechanism that we pioneered in our 12-inch MacBook, but now we've applied it to a professional notebook. And in this case, there's a new switch mechanism, a second-generation butterfly. It's more responsive and gives an even greater sense of keyboard travel as you press on it. You're probably looking at that area just above it. It replaces the standard system functions we're used to. So if you want to set the brightness or the volume, it's easier than ever before with just a slide or tap. The touch bar adapts to whatever software you're using. We're in Safari, and now the touch bar is showing us buttons for our favorite websites. The touch bar can show you quick type suggestions. You can just tap on and type even faster. Well, next to Touch Bar is another technology, Touch ID. We're bringing Touch ID to the Mac for the very first time. It's supported by a second-generation Touch ID sensor, so it's really fast, and it's supported by a brand new chip, the Apple T1 chip. The display in the new MacBook Pro is simply the best display we've ever made on a Mac. It has a 67% greater contrast ratio. It displays wide color with a 25% greater color gamut. All this in a display that consumes less power and is as thin as a 12-inch MacBook display. Inside every 15-inch MacBook Pro is an Intel Core i7, 6th generation quad-core chip. It's paired with faster 2133 megahertz memory. It has faster graphics as well. Radeon Pro graphics. This is the AMD Polaris architecture, up to 4 gigs of video memory, and it delivers graphics power that's now 2.3 times faster than the previous generation 15-inch MacBook Pro. And the storage is faster too, now up to 3.1 gigabyte per second. You can configure it with twice as much, up to 2 terabytes, and it's 50% faster as well. Now all this performance, a faster CPU, faster graphics, faster memory, faster storage, in a device that's thinner, took creating a whole new thermal architecture. Now let's look at the 13-inch MacBook Pro. It can be configured with dual-core 6th generation Intel i5 or i7 chips. It has faster Intel Iris graphics, and it also has the faster flash storage. In this case, that now delivers twice the storage performance of the previous 13-inch MacBook Pro. The system's much faster, and so is the I/O. It is the fastest, most versatile I/O we've ever built into a MacBook Pro. Both the 13 and the 15-inch have 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports. That delivers an incredible 40 gigabit per second of bandwidth. It also supports USB 3.1 Gen 2, and of course DisplayPort 1.2. Any one of the 4 ports can be your charging port. Plug it into whichever one you want, left side, right side, and that's your charging port. And the hardware and software working together in these super thin and light notebooks deliver all-day battery life, up to 10 hours of battery life in both the 13-inch and the 15-inch. Now we do have other customers who choose other products in our line, like MacBook Air, and they choose them for how thin and light they are, and we're going to continue to offer MacBook Air in a 13-inch in our line. But we challenged our team to take this new design, this 13-inch MacBook Pro, and could they make a model that would be really exciting for customers who would traditionally pick a MacBook Air. So we're making a model of the 13-inch MacBook Pro with traditional function keys and 2 Thunderbolt ports. And we think that a lot of potential MacBook Air customers are going to be very excited about this product too. So how does it stack up? Remember, we told you the MacBook Pro is 14.9 millimeters. That is thinner than the MacBook Air. The MacBook Pro is smaller, but better in every way. The pricing for these 3 configs are $1499, $1799, and $2399. The MacBook Pro with function keys starts shipping today. The 2 models with Touch Bar and Touch ID start shipping in 2 to 3 weeks, but of course you can get in your order today.
The new MacBook Pro lineup are the best notebooks we have ever made, and they're the most advanced notebooks ever made. Who worked so incredibly hard on creating these products and building them. Thank you.